It's Curious Joyce and
Eddie the Valley.
And we just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Volume 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this.
Let's get the show on the road.
Yes. So, as usual, we go off of story, genre factor, consistency,
and overall rating.
Yep, and we'll explain why it has less stars out of 5 or if it gets full 5.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get the show on the road. So first of all, story. How did you like it? Was it believable? Was it a good story? Besides all the action, did it have a story?
Here's the main problem I actually have with the movie. Was the fact that there was no story for the first half of the movie. It was just, them doing their thing, which is...
Being Guardians.
No, not even being Guardians. Being the dickholes they are.
Well, not all of them were dicks.
If you guys saw the first movie, you know how these guys interact with each other. Well, they're just being classic Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the classic movie verse Guardians. So that's just the first half of the movie. They didn't really get into a story until like 30 minutes into the movie, and then when they did, it was kind of a predictable story. But that's my main problem with it. It's just had a little bit predictable story.
Yeah, I disagree. It did have a story. It just took so long because they were setting up the exposition.
Oh, they had to set up the exposition.
Because, I took writing,
I
know what they're thinking.
It did keep me entertained, though. It didn't have a problem keeping me entertained. I just wish they would have cut to the chase quicker.
Yeah. And so, second part is genre factor. How did it do within the Marvel Universe?
They had a few name drops that, if you guys have been keeping up with the Marvel movie universe, if you know what's coming up next, Infinity Wars.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
She doesn't know what it is. Yeah, but if you guys have been keeping up with, what will be released in the future, because they've released the schedule of what they're going to end up releasing. They had a few name drops. One of them starts with a TH and rhymes with dominoes. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Tominos?
Tominos, yes, Tominos. Like Mockingjay Part 1, where they were just building up for something bigger. That's what I feel like they were trying to do with this movie.
So that's what you felt like? Like, it wasn't a lot going on. They were just like, hey, all this anticipation, watch what's going to happen next time.
Yeah, that's what I think they're trying to do. Like they did with them, Mockingjay.
Yeah. So for me, within the Marvel Universe, although I don't read the comics, I have more of the non-comic perspective, as Eddie has the comic perspective, even though I don't know if Wikipedia counts as reading a comic.
I go to the official Wikipedia page.
Oh, the official. But I don't know. I feel like it did well. It had all those factors. It had, a family story behind all the explosions and the bantering and the insults at each other. I feel like the overall thing for this movie was like appreciate who you have. So family is not blood necessarily, it's loyalty, and you'll see in this movie. One thing they had going for its genre, which is consistent for me, is making me cry. I had coffee in this. I took a long sip every time I wanted to cry. Look at that. There's nothing in there. And so next is consistency. Did it have a consistent flow?
I had multiple stories going on at the same time, so it was kind of all over the place, but it came together nicely. I will say that.
Okay, so now that we talked about story and genre factor and consistency, we're going to tell you what we give it out of 5 stars. So I give it a 4.5 minus 0.5 because they made me want to cry as much as I wanted to cry in Finding Nemo. I am sensitive. So it was just like every time a part made me want to cry, pretend this is my coffee cup, I was just like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm not gonna cry. And then I let one tear fall, and I like nonchalantly was just like, nobody noticed. We're in the dark. But I really did love this movie. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. as a standalone, there are people who, you know, just go see sequels without seeing the first one, so they can be like, ooh, is this good enough for me to want to keep track of the franchise? Standalone, I think it's good. You might be a little confused because, like, I forgot some stuff from the first movie, so some stuff that happened in the second one, I was just like, oh yeah, don't remember that. Okay, you gotta really pay attention to the guy who controls the arrow.
You really gotta pay attention to him in the first movie because he plays a major role in this movie. And if you didn't pay attention to his organization or what they stand for or anything, because you know they're collectors.
Yeah.
If you don't pay attention to that in the first movie, you're gonna be a little bit lost in this movie.
I was lost.
Basically, he in the first movie he let Star-Lord go, and that was against the code, and that was a big part of the movie.
Yeah. So I would recommend seeing the first movie first or reading on it from the official wiki page. So what do you give it out of 5 stars?
I'll give it a 3.5. Minus 1.5 for a kind of predictable story. Oh no, minus 1 for the predictability, and minus 5 because it took so long to get to the actual story.
Yeah.
But overall, very good.
It is. So would you say it was worth the ride?
Definitely. But if you won't see it, you gotta see it in 3D. We didn't see it in 3D, and I feel like if we would have saw it in 3D, it would have been that much awesome because there's a lot of effects in this movie. And
beautiful.
Oh my god, so gorgeous. If we were scaling it on just visual factor, I have to say it is close up there with with Avatar. You know, the blue one.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a good example because that movie sucked.
But it was visually stunning.
Yeah. Avatar is a whole nother video. That's an example of style over substance. But for Guardians of the Galaxy, it was kind of even for style and substance.
Gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Yeah. So if you do watch this movie, look out in the credits, of course, for the footage that you stay for in every Marvel movie, and also you're gonna find I Am Groot's. See how many you can find. Tell us in the comment below, and we'll tell you if you got it right.
We made a game out of it.
Yeah.
She won.
Did I?
Yeah, you found more than I did.
You must have thought it was crazy. I was like 1, 2, 3. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe,
like,
and comment. And as usual,
I am Groot.